Hello and welcome back. We're playing more Chatterstorm. I've practiced a lot with the deck. I think my problem last league was it just was rusty. So I've practiced like a lot of games against people, leagues, whatever. And I'm back at it, and I think this deck is much better. So the main advantage, I'll introduce the deck. We're playing Chatterstorm. So this card is a Storm card. You make some squirrels with Storm. It's great. The MVP of this deck, and I think the best card in Pauper right now, is Galvanic Relay. This card's absurd. 3 mana, exile the top card of your library. During your next turn, you may play that card. It has Storm. So you just, you storm off, you play Galvanic Relay, you draw your whole deck, you storm off again, you play Galvanic Relay, play the rest of your deck. This card is what's driving the deck forward, and if you're not running 4 in the main deck, I still think it's a mistake. That being said, this is the deck, and I'm running a green version. I've gone to all basics. I think tapped lands are just a mistake as well. The main reason for going green is twofold. First is you get Land Grant, which is a 0 mana land spell. Yes, your opponent gets to see your hand, but the second benefit of this deck is it's about 1 turn faster than the other Storm builds because they play a lot of tapped lands. So you can go off turn 1 pretty consistently if you go Land Grant into Lotus Petal, Rite of Flame, Dark Ritual, Manamorphose, Bequeathal into Galvanic Relay, and then turn 2 go off or whatever. Whereas most other decks are going to play tapped land turn 1, tapped land turn 2, go off turn 3. You can go off turns 1 and 2 much more consistently. So that's the main benefit, and then Land Grant just gives you Storm. The mana is very smooth. You're just always starting from green. And it might seem crazy adding Dark Ritual, Night's Whisper, but let's just count the colored mana sources here. So we have 4 Lotus Petal, 4 Wild Cantor. I've gone up in Chromatic Sphere, so this is 6. So that's 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 4 Manamorphose is 18. So we have 18 black sources in the deck right now. Also, I guess you can't environmental sciences for black, but 18 felt good. If you want, there's the Pauper duels, right? So it's like Forest, Woodland, Chasm, something like that. These are legal in Pauper, and you can fetch them with Land Grant. So that's another avenue to pursue. Shout outs to a lot of people on Reddit and the YouTube comments for pointing these out. You can get one for green and black. I don't think it's worth it, but it's definitely an option. Other than that, the deck's basically the same. Dark Ritual gives you much stronger turn 1 potential. And that's the whole point of this deck, is it's basically a Galvanic Relay deck, and then sometimes you just happen to draw the Chatterstorm first day of class combo. So the plan is basically turn 1 or 2, you try and go off and hit Galvanic Relay. If at any time you hit these 2, you just win. Otherwise, you play this and then you draw your whole deck again, and it's just absurd. Sideboarding, now that we have black, we can play Duress. I think that's quite a bit better than the Hexproof one because it counters Fiery Cannonade. Counter magic and things like that. I just like it. And then I have an interesting sideboard plan. I'm not sure if I'm going for it yet, but we have Hooting Mandrills and Gurmag Angler. In a lot of matchups where your opponent's just trying to go for pings, if you're playing against Pestilence, Pestilence would be a really tough matchup for this deck. So in those types of matchups, just bringing in a 5/5 for 1 mana and a 4/4 for 1 mana seems really sick. And you can still give them haste with, where is it? First day of class is somewhere in here. Somewhere here. Yeah, you can still give them haste. So you can play first day of class and just play Gurmag Angler, Hooting Mandrills. That's 12 plus 5. That's 17 damage. That seems pretty good. And then they have to kill all of those, which they've probably sided out all the removal. So anyway, that's the game plan. We're just going to jump into a league, and I think this deck's much better. So hopefully enjoy the matches. See you guys there. All right, we're playing against Baiko Degea. Maybe that's how you say it, I don't know. I won the die roll. I'm on the play. This hand is aggressively... Actually, I'm going to keep this hand. If I draw a single mana source, I'm on the play and there's nothing I can really go for this turn. Actually, let me think about this. I can go Lotus Petal. I think I'm better off waiting a turn here. I have access to 3 total mana. They're playing Peat Bog, so this is the mirror match. Manamorphose. I think I just go for it, right? I have 2 redraws, and if I miss really hard, I can then Night's Whisper and go in failsafe mode and just play big Chatterstorm. I think I like doing this. Lotus Petal, Lotus Petal. I'm gonna crack this to Manamorphose. Any land, mana source, or anything here. Let's go ahead and add green, red. Dark Ritual, perfect. Now I sacrifice this for black. I cast Dark Ritual, cast Manamorphose. Using red, black, and we're gonna add red, green. Rite of Flame was huge. Holy cow. So now I can Night's Whisper. And then I can go Forest, Tinderwall. This is actually a turn 2 kill, I think. First day of class. I can grab Environmental Sciences into Chatterstorm. Grab a land, cast Chatterstorm. 20 damage! Okay. Taking down the mirror match like that. In the mirror, I feel like I should just not sideboard. I could bring in like one duress, right? Because they could bring in like Echoing Truth or Echoing Decay, but I have Galvanic Relay. Like I don't even care if they kill all my squirrels, because I can just make more. Yeah, and I feel like my deck is just a turn faster than theirs, so let's just run it back and see what happens. They didn't even get to play, like they played a Tapland and died. They had no other plays there. This hand is a lot of lands, but it is in the form of spells. I'm going to keep because one Bequeathal means I can just go deep. You play a tapped land and it's red mana. There's the Galvanic Relay. Land. So they're on the play. How much can I relay for? Some, but not a lot. Unless I can double cast a land grant. Right? Let me think about this. So I go land grant. I don't get to play a land. And then I go Lotus Petal. I think I'm better off waiting. Now I go for it. Because now I can go land grant into land grant. And that's just double free storm. And that's where like things get really good. Land grant into land grant. And I go Lotus Petal. They can't counter this, right? No. So I'm just going to Lotus Petal for red. Cast Seething Song. Cast Chromatic Star. Do I want to pop Chromatic Star? I kind of want to keep it in play for Dark Ritual, but I could draw more stuff as well. So I think I do pop it for green. Yeah, because I could draw Chromatic Sphere now. And I can trade Wild Cantor for a random card, just to dig one deeper. I do have Chromatic Sphere. I guess let's pop Chromatic Sphere for black and see what hits. Bequeathal. Ooh, so I can go Dark Ritual up to 6. Wild Cantor, Bequeathal. Yeah, Dark Ritual, Wild Cantor, sacrifice Wild Cantor for red. Yeah, Bequeathal this. Sack this for red. Manamorphose. Can add red-green. Oh, wow. I can Chatterstorm for 10. Ah, I should have added green-green, I guess. Because I had Tinderwall to get my red. I think I'm better off just going Tinderwall into Galvanic Relay for like a bajillion. So now my opponent's forced to try and go for it here. And then I'm just going to have so many cards I can just kill them. Can you go off turn 3, opponent? Really showing which is the better Storm deck. I feel like it's mine just because it's a turn faster. My lands enter untapped. And they are reusable, right? The whole game plan of this Galvanic Relay thing is that you're comboing over many turns. Right? You can go off quickly and then see what happens. But that you don't lose your lands in the process. The next turn you have more forests. Plus I get land grant, which is just absurd. Can F6, right? No plays. Land grant is just absurd. So they have Red Flame Dark Ritual. The beautiful thing is I have a blocking Tinderwall. I guess I could have, yeah, if I had Chatterstorm there, I would have a bunch of blockers too. And that would make like my next turn even easier to kill them. We'll see if they can get there though. So I had a turn 2 win. And now I'm going to have a turn 3 win. I'm just on the draw. And my opponent's down to 3 mana. They could have First Day of Class plus Chatterstorm, but because I have a blocker, it won't be lethal. What did they grab? Oh, they discard Sign in Blood. They play Peat Bog. They Chatterstorm here. Alright, I think I win. Unless they keep them back on defense and then things get very interesting. But they're at a lower life total. Look at this guy, Tinderwall, being the MVP over here. So if they attack, oh, they don't have any storm count for next turn either. I could just make squirrels play Galvanic Relay and not even like go for the win. Although I'm gonna have like so many squirrels. Yeah. Oh man, this deck is, I think this is the optimal storm build just because it's so much faster. Oh, anyway, we're gonna keep playing with this deck. See you guys there. All right, we're playing against Parallax, who is the actual Pauper trophy leader. So this should be fun. We get to find what list they are on. This hand looked pretty good. We have a turn 1 Bequeathal with a bunch of mana. I'm going to keep this. The question is, do I just go for it? Because I can go turn 1. I only get a draw of 2 here. Right, I can go turn 1 Land Grant, Tinderwall, Wild into Rite of Flame, double Wild Cantor for double green? Or Wild Cantor for green, bequeathal Wild Cantor? I think I could just wait a turn. We're gonna land grant, show them what's up. Play a Tinder Wall. Do I continue going off is the question. Because I basically just have bequeathal into the world. If I hit a Galvanic Relay, I'm in shape. But I have quite a bit of Storm for next turn, so I think I will wait. Opponent's playing Tron. I'm pretty happy with my decision to wait. There's another land grant. So at this point I could just bequeathal the Tinder Wall and wait another turn. They play a Prophetic Prism. I think this turn maybe I should try and go for it if I have any chance, like another bequeathal or something. Yeah, I think now I can probably try and go for it. So let's go land grant, forest, play our forest, put another bequeathal on this Tinder Wall, sacrifice this, and see if we can go off from here. We do draw a Chatterstorm. I feel like my best bet is just going all in on Chatterstorm, so let's make some squirrels. Red of Flame, Wild Cantor, Wild Cantor, Wild Cantor, Wild Cantor, all four of them. Sacrifice one. Actually, at that point I'm just trading a Wild Cantor for a Squirrel, so that doesn't really make sense. I could just hold my Dark Ritual and go from there. So opponent's under clock, they could have the Fog Lock. But, you know, gotta go for what you can. They just have Echoing Truth. Oh, they're just Impulse. Okay, I could work with that. And they don't have Tron. Nice. Chromatic Sphere. So we can go Sphere. Crack this one for black. Play land and attack. Alright, can they fog every turn for the rest of the game? I discard a Muldrifter. I draw a Galvanic Relay. Alright, can they do 2 to all creatures? Oh, they just fog. Okay, I can work with that. And we're just gonna build up to another Galvanic Relay, I guess. Right, they flash back Moment's Peace this turn. We draw our 4th land, which is like, there's literally 1 land left in the deck. They flash back Moment's Peace. I'm still gonna swing out whatever. So they do hit Tron this turn, but they only have 1 colored mana. Now they have 2 colored mana. So they could actually fog lock me. Another Dark Ritual, okay. Swing out. More fog. And I don't have any main deck answers to this. Ooh, and they get to Teachings. Oh, I'm pretty dead here, actually. And they did it end of turn, so I can't even Galvanic Relay. Alright, so they Prism, they get to Cannonade my board, but if they do it on my turn, I actually can try and go for a Galvanic Relay. They shouldn't wait, but they might. Oh, they play Stonehorn, okay. So I get my combat step, and they have Cannonade. I'm just gonna wait. I can get double first day of class. If they start Ephemerate looping, I'll probably just concede to that. I guess they can flash back Mystical Teachings for Ephemerate. So if they like Mnemonic Wall, I'll probably concede. They Cannonade, that's okay. Into a Muldrifter. So pretty much I have to go off this turn, right? They can flash back Teachings. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can actually flashback Teachings for Ephemerate, and then Ephemerate Stonehorn Dignitary on their turn if they're feeling like they need to. That's another land. I guess we'll... I don't really want to show them the rest of the deck. They have 7 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This costs 6. They get Ephemerate, and they can stop me from attacking during my turn. So I can't really win from that position. We do have Flaring Pain. That doesn't really stop Stonehorn Dignitary. So, Yeah, I guess the question is, do I want to just try and be super fast? I always bring in these big sideboards and then I just don't go for them. Probably some number of duress is just a good idea. The question is, I don't think this is quite the matchup for Hooting Mandrills and Gurmag Angler, because they could have like Echoing Truth on top of firing Cannonade and Stonehorn Dignitary loops. I'm feeling like 2 duress, 1 Flaring Pain. I'm gonna get rid of 1 Seething Song because it's not incredible. 1 Night's Whisper, and what else? Maybe Duress doesn't even help that much. I think we're just gonna go 1 Duress, 1 Flaring Pain, and hope for the best. My deck's just faster, I'm on the play. I don't want to like dilute my deck too much. Go first. So I feel like this hand is a pretty good shot at going off turn 1. Like, you gotta keep these. If I draw a Galvanic Relay or anything, we're just in business. So we get to go Forest, into Wild Cantor, into Lotus Petal, sacrifice Lotus Petal for red, cast Rite of Flame, Metamorphose. This is gonna add green-black. Manamorphose for green black. Dark Ritual, Night's Whisper, Lotus Petal, Chromatic Star into Chatterstorm. I mean, this is already 10 squirrels on turn 1, so I can keep my Chromatic Star. That seems pretty good. And then pass turn. This way I get to have Chromatic Star, Lotus Petal, Wild Cantor. Just more mana in case they do stop this. Okay, that's pretty good. On the draw, do I still feel like I want Duress? If my game plan is to just go off turn 1, it's probably good to have at least one of them to draw to, same with Flaring Pain, but I still think my best asset is just going off very quickly. If I do have Duress in my opener, I guess I can like go for it at that time. So yeah, I think I'm just going to keep the 1. I do keep this hand. If I draw a Tinderwall, this hand's very good. Any creature in this hand's absurd. My opponent mulled a 5 as well, which makes me pretty happy about the Duress. So they go for green, that means they probably have some type of way to stop me. There's a Manamorphose. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go for this, right? We go Forest, Lotus Petal. So we can Lotus Petal for red mana, cast Rite of Flame, and then use that to Manamorphose. This is gonna give us black, red. Night's Whisper is pretty good, so we can go Dark Ritual, Night's Whisper. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I can Night's Whisper into Relay and be okay. But I cannot do anything else, so let's just Galvanic Relay here for 7. Pretty good turn 1. The black mana really helps, so I have Chatterstorm, double first day of class, so they can fog this turn. In fact, that was a pretty bad hit. That was all my combo pieces, but no, like, mana or anything. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why did that just skip? Oh god, that just skipped my combat. I'll just say whoops. That's actually really bad. Well, there goes a combat step for me. Let's go Forest, Lotus Petal. Yeah, I can't believe I skipped my combat. Okay, Forest, Lotus Petal, let's focus. We can go Seething Song. Okay, it didn't matter. They Blue Blast. Wait. Oh, this adds green or blue. Okay, well, that's super unfortunate. That was just a really bad Galvanic Relay hit. Another land grant, so let's get this out of my deck, I suppose. Go ahead. Okay, opponent's just missing land drops. They probably just have a bunch of blue Elemental Blasts, maybe? Wild Cantor helps. I don't really have to do anything. I'd rather just build up a bunch of mana so my storm count is higher, because I only have 2 win cons left. There's a Chatterstorm, which helps. But I can wait. My opponent, I mean, I guess they can get up to Fiery Cannonade now, but I can find a Duress, which would be helpful. Ooh, they do get to Impulse for a land. Alright, well, I feel better that skipping my combat didn't matter. I don't feel great. Are they still missing land? Wow. I feel like at this point I'm just gonna, like, pass. If they start discarding the hand size, that's still pretty good for me. Okay, they do hit mana now, so now they can double Blue Blast, which is not great. There's another Bequeathal. Do I want to go for this, or do I just want to play a Chromatic Sphere and pass? Because the longer I wait, the worse it gets for me. I feel like I just cast Wild Cantor and see if they counter it. Okay, let's go for a Bequeathal and see if they kill my Wild Cantor. Ghostly Flicker, maybe? Oh, interesting. Okay. Unwind makes this... I didn't know Unwind existed. That's actually pretty good here. Go for another Bequeathal and see if that resolves. Okay, so that goes through. I can land grant to get a land out of my deck so I have better chances of drawing stuff. Land, play the land. So I can Wild Cantor for black. There's first day of class. Let's go Lotus Petal. I mean, I don't have a very good shot at winning here. I can either go for first day of class into Chatterstorm or Chromatic Star, Chromatic Sphere into Chatterstorm. What seems better? Because they could easily have blue Elemental Blast. I guess I just go for first day of class into Chatterstorm. They countered this. Does increase my storm count. Make some squirrels. They're probably dying to a Cannonade. I didn't find a Duress. There's only one in the deck, but I did also draw a lot of lands. When it has 3, I mean, they can have Fiery Cannonade. There's another first day of class. Attack with them all, see what happens here. Okay. I kind of want to keep this land in hand. I'm just going to pass turn here. So they crop rotation away Urza's Mine to give themselves red mana, probably. Yeah, this is going to name red. Well, that's so many lands. I've drawn every single land and every single land grant in the top 30 cards. Well, actually, what are the chances of that? So they can take it. They can teachings. Cannonade makes sense here. So I have one Squirrel Storm left, 2 are exiled. I guess I might as well use their storm count to try and do something here, right? First day of class, first day of class. This is my last first day of class. Yeah, I might as well try and use their storm count. Let's go ahead and lead with Chromatic Sphere for black and see what happens here. There's Galvanic Relay. Alright, that feels pretty good. So let's go Forest, Land Grant for nothing. All the lands in my deck are gone. Then we can go Chromatic Star using green. Practice for red. Why does that happen? I wanted that black mana. It worked out here, but like, why does that happen? I can Rite of Flame first day of class, but I think I'm better off just casting Galvanic Relay and saving Rite of Flame. Actually, I don't need extra mana. Let's get extra cards. So we have some stuff, I guess. We had 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if they just counter my Wild Cantor, I actually can't do anything this turn, and that's pretty bad. Okay, so they tap out for Stonehorn, so I can at least do stuff this turn. Okay, not so bad, but they might have the Ephemerate loop, so we really have to go for this here. Bequeathal this dude. Sacrifice this one for black. Draw 2. We get to duress them. That's good. So we get to go Dark Ritual, Lotus Petal, duress you. They only have 3 cards in hand. Moment's Peace, Hydroblast. So I can cast Flaring Pain this turn and then save the Lotus Petal for next turn. So I take the Hydroblast. So I need to save Lotus Petal here. So we Metamorphose. Green, black, or red. I'm going to get Rite of Flame, and I've cast Rite of Flame before. So let's go red, red. And I can go Rite of Flame, Flaring Pain, or Rite of Flame, Flaring Pain. And then I can Galvanic Relay this turn, or I can first day of class. But if I first day of class now, then I'm in trouble next turn. So I guess I just Galvanic Relay for 10 here. And then save my first day of class so my last Chatterstorm can get there. If I can draw into it, I guess. So we'll see what their draw step is, but they just have double fog. And I believe they drew an island for turn. There's the Chatterstorm. Alright, so we get to go Tinderwall. Tinderwall. And they don't have anything flashback. I think I just got this. Tinderwall. Sack Tinderwall for double red. We can Metamorphose. I have to make sure I don't deck myself. That's the only concern here. This is going to add black, green. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. Chromatic Star. Chromatic Sphere. Metamorphose off this Tinderwall. It's going to add green, green. That's Wild Cantor off this green. Sacrifice this for double red. Flaring Pain. First day of class. I can Introduction to Annihilation. But that's terrible. That draws them the card. So we'll just get that. Play Chromatic Star. And then Chatterstorm is lethal. Wow, I actually got there. Because we know their hand exactly and they can't do anything about this. Yeah, we did it! Whew, okay. I feel like that was a really well played match. I had some issues, right? I've never played against Tron with this deck, but basically the problem is they sideboarded so much to try and stop me from doing stuff that they didn't have any proactive plays and I just got a bunch of time. And that's why Galvanic Relay is just absurd. It's just like, let me draw so many cards. See you guys next round. Oh, right, we're playing against Divide 654. This hand looks good enough to keep. Again, I mean, pretty much every hand is like, if I draw a Tinderwall, it's absurd. And if I don't, it's going to be a little awkward. I can do something fun like, ooh, Bloodfell Cage. Are they on like Reanimator? Well, there's the Wild Cantor. I can't do anything else. So let's just cast the Cantor and hope for the best. Duress. What is this? Discard a card. Chris Mage deals 1 damage to any target. I feel like there's some combo that I'm missing. But so far this seems very benign. So I get to go land grant for a forest, play the forest. Then, I can bequeathal and hope for the best. Or I can seething song into... Actually, I can't do anything. So I guess I do just bequeathal here and hope for the best. I'm going to sacrifice this for... Let's see. I guess we're going to go for red mana. First day of class land grant. Okay, kind of awkward. But that's okay. I can just play... Yeah, I only have 2 mana here. So I can just play Chromatic Star. And I can't do anything else. Livia's Dragoon. Okay. Kitchen Imp. Okay, maybe I just went a little bit too fast. If I just waited a turn with my thing, I would have had all my storm count to Galvanic Relay. But there's a Dark Ritual, so I think we're probably fine. Let's go Land Grant. Show them what's up. They only have 2 cards in hand. We can Chromatic Star for... You know, I guess we're going for black here. Okay, that's perfect. Dark Ritual, Night's Whisper. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, now we're going off. We get to Tinderwall. Sack Tinderwall. Or a bunch of red. We can Seething Song. Now I can actually double Galvanic Relay if I want to. I don't necessarily need to. I could even just go off with Chatterstorm if I draw it. Chromatic Star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can Chromatic Star. I'll have to use my Lotus Petal. That's okay. Sacrifice this. I'm gonna add black now. Chromatic Sphere. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yeah, I think it's worth casting Lotus Petal. Because next turn I'm going to be able to first day of class like 6 times, and I don't think they're going to be able to Echoing Decay my creatures away. So let's Galvanic Relay into Galvanic Relay, and that's just like my whole deck. And if they can kill me, you know, it is whatever. But I think my hand is pretty protected. Go ahead. What do I even have? This just looks like a deck list. So, can you kill me? I have 3 copies of First Day of Class. So I guess double Echoing Decay does kill me unless I can find the 4th copy of First Day of Class. So let's land grant to start, because why not? Look at all these cards I have access to. There's no forest in my deck. I get to play a land, cast Tinderwall, sack Tinderwall, play another Tinderwall. At this point I'm going to go for a bequeathal and see what happens. If they kill my Tinderwall in response, then I just like super win. Also, this card is sweet. I really like the single black. They just concede. Yeah, I had my whole deck in my hand. So, what are we feeling like here? I can bring in my Duresses. Kind of also just want to bring in Gurmag Anglers and Hooting Mandrills. It's hard to say. Probably Duresses. Hooting Mandrills can block, right? I could just play it early. I definitely want at least 1 Duress. That way if I go through my whole deck I can like stop them, but kind of like these dudes. I'm gonna get rid of Chatterstorm, First Day of Class. Right, their deck seems pretty slow. I could even bring in Weather the Storm if I'm concerned, but I can just like block with Tinderwall, which is pretty good. I guess I'll get rid of a Seething Song, because it's a little bit slow. What else? 1 bequeathal, because it does leave me a bit exposed to some nonsense. And then I'm on the draw. I'm actually going to cut a land. Does that seem insane? No, that seems insane. Nah, no problem with cutting lands. So this is more just a test of like, is Gurmag Angler Hooting Mandrills a good idea? Or is Duress just better? Oh no. I mean, I can't mulligan this hand. If I draw 1 Dark Ritual, this is like a turn 1 kill. That seems pretty good. Dark Ritual. Forest? Okay. So, Forest, Wild Cantor, Wild Cantor. So right now I have just 2 mana, so that's definitely not enough. So I think I'm just going to cast the Cantor and pass turn. I could block. I don't think I'm going to. Oh, they're just playing a bounce land? Oh, geez. Okay. First Day of Class again. So now I have 4 mana, and my storm count can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I would hit them for 10, and if they don't have Echoing Decay this turn, they do just lose. That seems probably worthwhile. Because I also have redraws into hitting any ritual. I guess just one redraw, right? Off first day of class. Cast this. Yeah, I stack this for red, and I do this. And I can first day of class away this chromatic star. And if I hit a ritual here, bequeathal. How greedy do I want to get? Not very. I think we're just going to go Wild Cantor. It's a counter. Sacrifice this for red, green, Chatterstorm for 5. That's 10 power. And if they have Echoing Decay, they have Echoing Decay. But I still have Bequeathal first day of class in hand. Okay, Faithless Looting is very promising for me. This feels like a poor opponent who jumped into the meta and didn't, like, prepare for Squirrel Storm, which I feel a little bad about. Because this Madness deck is sweet. Like, this is what is Hellmongrel? Okay, they didn't cast it. Alright, they're in deep trouble. Yeah, this is like what I would imagine Pauper would look like on the surface. So, I guess I probably want to save Land Grant. I'm just going to Bequeathal a Squirrel. It gives me more cards in the future. Swing out. One goes to 2, so they need to kill all my dudes. And then I have another first day of class. Alright, sorry opponent. Like, this is probably why Chatterstorm needs to be banned, just because it makes, like, decks like this, you can't compete. Hell's Mongrel has some sweet art, though. Anyway, see you guys next round. Oh, right, we're playing against Liv 1. This person's actually, like, 10th or, like, 15th place on the trophy leaderboard. I'm gonna keep this hand. It is a bit sketchy, but it has some good Galvanic Relay value. And my, like, what deck I'm playing is kind of hidden, too. I can even turn to Knight's Whisper. I will have to discard to hand size, though. I guess Chromatic Star tells them what I'm doing. Although Force Chromatic Star is kind of weird. Witching Well. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see how they scry. 2 cards on top. Main deck Krark-Clan Shaman. Nice. So we have a battle ahead of us. But it's a battle I can win because I have Galvanic Relay. That might sound like I'm joking, but I really think I can win because I have Galvanic Relay. So let's crack Chromatic Star for black. Seething Song I cannot cast. So I can Knight's Whisper and discard to hand size. That seems like not the most optimal play. Let's just play another Chromatic Star. Last turn. Next turn I can Knight's Whisper because then any lands I draw I can just play. But probably I'm just going to go for Manamorphose a bunch of times. Prism, okay. I mean, our opponent has a lot of artifacts to sacrifice. So the hope here is just to start a chain of Galvanic Relays. There's the Forest, which is pretty nice. So let's go Forest, Chromatic Star for red. Seething Song, I guess I'll play it on Daze, even though I think that's banned in Pauper. Seething Song, Manamorphose. This is going to add green. Green? Rite of Flame, do I want to cast? Probably. Let's Metamorphose again. This one's going to add black, green. There's a first day of class. So, can Metamorphose again. Green, green into green, green. We'll do green, red. There's a Tinder Wall. So let's go Knight's Whisper. Wow, I can actually force them to use their Krark-Clan Shaman here, I think. We can go Rite of Flame. I might actually be just short. Maybe I can. But if it's not lethal, then they can just wait, and then they can kill all the goblins I make next turn. So this is 7. Tinderwall right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So I actually don't have enough mana to first day of class plus all of this. What do I want to do? Part of me wants to just cast... I mean, I have to play Galvanic Relay. That's a no-brainer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. I can relay plus like Tinderwall Chatterstorm. But then I just go off next turn and then they kill my squirrels then. So I think I'm going to save my Chatterstorm. This is hard. This is actually quite hard. I play Tinderwall. First day of class, Chatterstorm, 2 mana. So I am exactly 1 short of being able to do everything I would like. I think I just sacrifice this. 5. I will just Galvanic Relay here. I can get a bunch of mana and Introduction to Annihilation the Krark-Clan Shaman. That's the game plan. Atog is fine. So they could still have Counterspell up? Not anymore. So if I can just get a ton of mana for Intro to Annihilation, I can win from here. seems like a good start. So let's go Forest. Land Grant shows them what's up, and I think that's fine. The last Forest in my deck. Alright, so let's go Tinderwall. Actually, how much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So first day of class, intro to annihilation, so I do need to draw into stuff. So let's Tinderwall here, or Bequeathal here, and then sacrifice this to draw cards. There's another Bequeathal, so I can Tinderwall, because I have a lot of Dark Rituals hanging out. I can Bequeathal this one. Like this draw. There's another Relay. Let's go ahead and go Seething Song. Up to 6. We can go Chromatic Star. Let me think this through. First day of class, 6, 7, 8 mana. It takes 7 mana to exile their Cart Clan Shaman. Guess we Manamorphose. This one's gonna give us black, green. Chromatic Sphere doesn't really help. Can Knight's Whisper? Okay, there's another Rite of Flame. So now we're back up in mana. I think probably what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to first day of class Chatterstorm here. Force them to sacrifice all of their stuff. So let's just do that. First day of class. Grabbing Introduction to Annihilation. So I could do that for the future turns. Then I can go Galvanic Relay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can go Chromatic Star into Galvanic Relay into Chatterstorm. And that seems pretty good. And then next turn I'll have Intro to Annihilation with all of this mana. Like this, cast Chatterstorm. So that's 12, so they actually do have to sacrifice 2 artifacts. Plus if they want to keep Atog, that's more. So they can sacrifice like Chromatic Star to Atog to save it. If they can kill me from here, that'd be absurd. I guess I didn't even think of that possibility. If they just have like Teamer Battle Rage, that's definitely something. Uh-oh. They didn't do their Atog trigger correctly, so Atog's gonna die. Oh no, opponent! You did it wrong! Well, that worked out for me. What am I gonna discard? How many lands are left in my deck? 0? So I kind of want this land because it's just +1 mana. Discard a land grant. Yeah, them not having Atog here is pretty brutal, I think, for them. So they have like 1 counterspell potential in the main. I need to play around them having Echoing Truth, I guess. And I think I can probably sequence it in such a way that I can go off next turn as well. Okay. Alright. That was scary. This is definitely a Duress matchup. Wait, is it? So Gutshot deals with the Cart Clan Shaman. And then Duress deals with Echoing Truth. I'm on the draw, so I probably need all of these. I mean, how is anyone supposed to beat this deck? Did you see that? I like went off. It's Galvanic Relay that's the problem, because I comboed off, and then I comboed off again, and then I was gonna combo off again. It's like every single turn I combo off. Okay, against this opponent, Cart Clan Shaman is scary. So I don't actually want to be crazy fast. I want to go big, because if I combo off like turn 1, they can, unless I have lethal damage, they can just Cart Clan Shaman me. I like Duress? Yeah, on the draw I think I like Duress. So I think on the draw I cut 1 land, 1 Seething Song, and Bequeathal seems a little bit sketchy, but it is my card draw, and like, I need to make up for these gut shots. Yeah, I don't quite know how to sideboard with this deck. I feel like because I'm bringing in black spells, I need to cut like Knight's Whisper and a Dark Ritual so I don't get overloaded with too many black cards. I have the same number of black cards in my deck. That seems reasonable to me. Alright, I'll keep this one. I mean, if I draw Chatterstorm, this is going to be disgusting. So we'll see what happens. Drawing a land would be pretty nice too. Or land grant specifically, because that's a storm count for Galvanic Relay. See how they scryed. 1 card on top. That doesn't tell me too much. Land grant. Gut shot. Okay. So I want to trade gut shot for a random card. Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal. Rite of Flame. Rite of Flame. So this Rite of Flame is going to add how much mana? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go up to 7. And then I can first day of class for the Scry spell. And I just need to hit Chatterstorm? Okay. Intro to Prophecy. And I have 6 mana, so I can actually cast both. Bequeathal Dark Ritual. So let's bottom both of those. Dark Ritual. Do I want to trade Dark Ritual for a random card? I mean, I might just be like redrawing my hand here. Although I could have Gutshot, that way they can cast the Krark Clan Shaman, and I can kill it. That actually seems worthwhile. But I think I actually am going to trade Dark Ritual for a random card next turn. Get a whole fresh hand and do this again. It's unfortunate that I didn't have a land grant or anything. Oh god, there's no lands. There's no lands in there. Oh man, sometimes you try really hard. I just need to draw a land. Please, please land. Oh boy, alright. I can't, right? There's no lands in here. Yep. Alright, go ahead. I get to get more info about how they sideboarded, I guess, but this is going to be quite the match. Reinforcer. I think there's like a very, very small chance that I win from here. No land in the top 20 cards is kind of brutal, because I have 9 effective lands between 5 forests and 4 land grants, so I want to do the math on that. It seems... Okay, I'm dead very quickly, which is good, because I don't want to have to deal with this anymore. Alright, let's concede game. That was very ominous. So if Gutshot was like anything there, I would have been in much better shape. But it is kind of necessary. I just, like, I got very unlucky. That's what it was. This hand is really slow. I'll keep it though. This is decent for a slow hand. Gutshot really kind of makes sure I'll be safe. I'm actually not even going to cast Tinderwall because I have so much mana that I probably want to just save my mana for something in the future. But I think I probably misplayed this. Or not save my mana, I want to see my storm count off Tinderwall. Because I have access to 3 lands, which is really big for this deck. Lotus Petal, okay. I can just cast Land Grant. And I guess I can do that next turn. You just play lands. They probably have Blue Elemental Blast. There's a Wild Cantor. We're just going to hold our hand. I think it's more important to keep the Storm from Land Grant than to do anything here. Hopefully our opponent's missing land drops. No, they're not. There's Atog. So what do I need? Like a Bequeathal? Ugh. Drawing Forest there is pretty rough. I'll pass turn, but this is not looking good. We had one really good play, like one good game, and then I just got so hit by variance last round. Because I think I had a very good shot at winning, and I kept a hand with probably too many lands. But I think we'll see. We have some good draws. Take one. Another Wild Cantor, so I guess now I'll just cast a land grant. Play my land for turn so I don't have to discard the hand size. I can play Tinderwall to block Atog, but I don't really want to trade Tinderwall for one random artifact. Like, this card is quite valuable for me. But 4 lands is too many. There's 1 land left in my entire deck, and then 3 land grants. Meanwhile, my opponent's living the Thoughtcast dream. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts. So they're 2 away from a Mirror Enforcer for free. They can also sacrifice Witching Will to draw 2, but that seems like a lot. Okay, Prism's fine. So if I can go off like this turn, like if I draw Galvanic Relay or something, I think it's just the turn to go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they can kill me with Atog like next turn. Oh, do they just have Temur Battle Rage? Alright, I might be dead. Let's see if they float mana before they sack. Oh, they just have Fling. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Yeah. Alright. It is what it is. Those sideboarded games were pretty... I was trying my last land. Oh, jeez. Talk about flooding. Alright, see you guys next round. Alright, we're playing against Dr. Worm. Oh, man. I really want to keep this hand, but it's a terrible idea. Yeah, this hand's pretty weak. I mean, it has the components, but it has no... I can't mulligan to 5, though. Like, I feel like this hand is going to be better than a random 5-card hand. We're playing against probably Affinity, but maybe one of those... Oh, okay. Interesting. So right now I have 2 mana. Next turn I'm going to have 3. I don't want to let my creatures die. I also don't want to let them know what's up. I think I'm just going to pass. They might think I'm on Stompy or something. So there's a couple benefits to not doing anything here. it saves storm count in case I draw like Dark Ritual, and it doesn't tell them what type of deck I'm playing, so they don't like hold up Prismatic Strands or whatever. If they discard a Prismatic Strands, I think that's what this card's called, the white one that prevents all damage. Yeah, if they discard Prismatic Strands, then I'm in a bit of trouble. Okay, just Rally the Peasants and Geomancer's Gambit, both of which are fine with me. And they missed a land drop? Oh wow, we have so much time to set up. Although, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, this is probably good enough, right? I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is 5 squirrels, right? Let me do the math again. Tinderball gives me green, green, red, red. No, green, red, red. Lotus Petal gives me the last one. And then Wild Cantor is mana neutral. And then first day of class, I can cycle this Chromatic Sphere or just grab like Environmental Sciences. I think this is worth going for. Do this, cast Lotus Petal, sack this, play Wild Cantor. Then we can go first day of class, discarding Chromatic Sphere. Because I guess the storm count is 5, so that gives me 5 2/2s. I'm just going to take Intro to Prophecy and just play it safe. Sack this for green, Chatterstorm. My opponent's stuck on 1 land. I have 5 hasty squirrels. Like, they die next turn. I believe that was turn 2. Okay, they fireballed the squirrel. That's something. Let's start. Okay. I was gonna say. So Prismatic Strands would bring in Flaring Pain. And yeah, because this deck probably has a lot of those. And then 2 Flaring Pain, 2 Duress on the draw, I think seems reasonable. We'll get rid of Night's Whisper, Dark Ritual, Seething Song. I'm slowly figuring out this sideboard and a land. And we'll run it like that. Opponent sideboarded so quickly, they just like know what cards to bring in. So Duress was either Dark Ritual or Night's Whisper. I guess I do keep this hand. It does have some potential. Metamorphose is nice too. So we lead on Chromatic Star. That one, at least if they kill it, I get my card back. We're just kind of setting up for a big Galvanic Relay is the hope. Cleansing Wildfire, sure. Give me Untapped Forest. Oh, they enter-tapped, okay. Maybe they just like don't think I have that many basics, which is honestly fine with me. Do I want to cast Chromatic Sphere? I don't think so. I can try and go for it here, actually. I can Chromatic Star the Forest for Rite of Flame. Then I can Metamorphose for black, red, Dark Ritual. Which mana do I have? Black, red, Dark Ritual up to 3. 3 black, 1 red. Seething Song up to 5 red, 1 black. I get to draw 2 cards. And I can play a land. But I'm in no rush. I think I wait a turn. I'm in no rush. Like, what can they do here? Like, play a Rally the Peasants? Squadron Hawk? Yeah, that's fine. They can Red Elemental Blast? It doesn't really do anything. We get 2 Hawks. Land Grant. I mean, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think I just go for it here. Let's start with a Land Grant. It's definitely a scary hand. And my opponent thinned my deck of lands for me, too. How considerate. Go Forest, play the Forest. Now we can sack Chromatic Star for red. Hopefully draw a Chatterstorm. Another first day of class is not ideal. We can go Rite of Flame into... I guess I just Metamorphose now. Yeah, because I want more red mana. Go black, red. There's Relay. Okay, so we're fine. So now we get to go Dark Ritual, Seething Song, Chromatic Sphere for... This is tough. I don't know what color to get. Probably just for green. Another first day of class. What am I doing here? Storm count is 6. I don't want this many first days of class. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. So I guess I can cycle a first day of class just for a spell. Or I guess we'll lead with Duress. See what's going on. That can inform my decision of what I'm doing with all these first days of class. Fiery Cannonade, Journey to Nowhere, Lightning Bolt. Alright, well we take Cannonade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is turn 3, so I can first day of class to just trade it for something. I can go for the auto win right now with just discarding first day of class, but their hand is so slow that I don't really feel like that's necessary, and I'll just get Environmental Sciences into a Galvanic Relay. A lot of black mana. Okay, another Galvanic Relay means I'm probably fine. Okay, there's Chatterstorm. All right, we're just gonna do some stuff next turn. We've seen their hand. They've played one Squadron Hawk. Actually, I think they only got one. So they played a Mountain, played another Hawk. So there's 2 Hawks in their hand now. And they attack. I mean, I guess they have to, but that seems ambitious. Alright, we get all this juicy stuff. So they have Lightning Bolt, so going for Bequeathal seems like a bad idea. The only thing I need to make sure that I do properly is get my colored mana situation under control. So I think I probably just forgo the Bequeathal, because mana is actually somewhat of an issue. And we're just going to go Wild Cantor here. Yeah, mana is somewhat of an issue. So select this for black, Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. Then we get to go Manamorphose, green. How many Tinderwalls have I used? 0? This is tough. I think I want a Chromatic Star and sack this one for red. There's a Tinderwall. So now I can Tinderwall. And at this point, I can Manamorphose for double green. And that lets me Bequeathal, and their Lightning Bolt will actually give me Storm Count. Manamorphose for double green here. Green. Ooh, that was good. Actually I have 6 mana. I could just go like first day of class, Chatterstorm, right? Well, let's Manamorphose first. Let's go black. Let's go for the Bequeathal. If they kill this, that's totally fine. That's just free Storm. And it taps them further out. So now I can still sacrifice this for double red. Bequeathal fizzles. So now I can play this very safe. I can just Environmental Sciences using black, red. Grab a land. They only have 1 red mana open. Play this land. Cast Manamorphose on black, red to give myself black, red. Then I go first day of class here. Discarding, I guess, Knight's Whisper. Into Manamorphose. Green, red. Into Land Grant. Just getting all the Hawks. Chatterstorm. And that's just like crazy lethal. Ooh, that was good. That was turn 4. Took it down. Okay, finishing the league with a very solid record of 4-1. My losses were really close. Well, I dominated game 1, and then games 2 and 3 I got wrecked by variance. So, I mean, this deck had a very good chance at 5-0. Any changes to the deck I would make? Probably not. I'm not sold on the Gurmag Angler Hooting Mandrels plan. I think just Duress is like absurd. It just answered everything I needed. So maybe you just go up to 4 Duress like most other people are running. I could see cutting like 1 Knight's Whisper. I sideboarded it out a lot, but it was pretty good. I don't know, this deck was awesome. So thank you guys for watching. And I'm going to keep jamming with this deck until it gets banned. See you guys then.